Can you bring me the squash? Thank you. You can set it right here. Well done. So now that our curing table's done, we've gone ahead and put some of our winter squash on the table to cure. They're called winter squash because even though they're grown in the summer, they store through the winter. They can store up to 5 months. And the reason we cure them is so that they will store for that long. They'll get a hard outer skin, like what you'd be familiar with on a butternut squash or something like that. And it also helps concentrate the sugars inside the squash. So when you eat a winter squash right off of the vine, it's actually not very sweet. But once you let it cure, the sugars become concentrated in the flesh and they become really sweet. So we made this table with chicken wire so that they're going to get airflow on all sides. And when you cure winter squash, you don't want them touching each other. You want them to have, an inch or so in between so that you can get airflow on all sides. And after 2 weeks, we can go ahead and bring these guys inside and store them in a cool, dark place where they will last for up to 5 months.
So one of my favorite things to do around the farm is to repurpose old items into things that we need. So one of the things we need right now is a curing table for all of our squash, sweet potatoes, and a few other things. So we're taking this old coffee table, we're going to cut out the center, put some chicken wire in it, and that should give us a good safe place to keep these things while they cure. Now underneath this coffee table, it has a little bit of a support frame, and I wanted to make sure I didn't cut that out. So what I did was drill holes from the bottom, which gives me the ability to line up the interior frame on the top. I just use a straight edge to go from each one of the holes, which you can see here. So that way I know where to cut from the top. So we're gonna go ahead and cut that out. Now that the table frame is completed, painted, sanded, all that fun stuff, we're trimming out the chicken wire that's going to go in as the replacement for the tabletop that we cut out. I'll secure it with an 18 gauge pneumatic brad nailer, and then we should be ready to get curing.